1,000 days ago, I was waking up to an alarm going off in a dark room surrounded by four walls. Now I wake up to the sunlight's rays, birds chirping, and fresh air every day. 1,000 days ago, I was dreaming of living a life of freedom, not having to be in an office 9 to 5, 5 days a week. Now I spend my time doing the things I am passionate about and feeling fulfilled. 1,000 days ago, I was lost, but now I have found my authentic self, and I will never leave her behind again. There is so much I have learnt from selling majority of my possessions to live in a space smaller than most people's bathrooms. From immersing myself in a mainly solitary life to learning to define what home is to me, let me take you through what I have learnt. If something is calling you, listen. What is that thing you've always been curious about, but never looked into or tried? That little something that niggles at your thoughts every once in a while, or that thing you will watch hours of videos on? That thing for me was van life. I have always loved travelling or camping, and had this grand plan of backpacking the world when I was a teenager. But life happened, and those dreams became a distant memory. Then in 2017, I discovered something called van life, and my adventurous mind started to race. I convinced my then partner at the time to go to Canada, buy a van, and travel the country for 2 months. Upon returning home to Perth, it was very difficult to settle back into normal life. But I did. I got another 9 to 5 job and we cohabitated in our little townhouse near the beach. It didn't take long to realise I wasn't happy though. About a year later I split from my partner, then another year later I left my job, trying to live down south. Yet still I was miserable, floating around in a big 5x2 home on my own, going to an office most days to work in an accounting firm. I lasted a few months, then one night I snapped and looked online for a van, found one 30 minutes away, took it for a test drive, arranged finance overnight, and bought it home within the week. Every item I sold, I felt that little bit lighter and brighter. Every screw I hand screwed in and every paintbrush stroke I made, my smile widened that little bit more. I was scared, but I was also so excited. All I could feel was this strong pull to be in my little home on wheels hitting the road. Since the day I turned my key in the ignition and drove out of the last house I would call home, I have been the happiest version of myself I can ever remember being. So if you have that something that's been calling out to you, maybe, just maybe, that is the thing you're meant to be experiencing. Home is where you park it. I have lived in many, many, many houses. I have owned and I have rented, but they always felt temporary. I must have moved every 1 to 3 years. I was always looking for a change of scenery. Something felt so stagnant about staying in one place forever. I understand that for most people, a home is a sanctuary. Somewhere you can go at the end of the day to escape the world and be amongst your favourite things. But for me, a house feels more like a prison cell. It is somewhere I am cut off from fresh air, animal sounds, the night sky, and the smell of a forest or an ocean. I have found so much joy from spending most of my time out in nature. I may not have the conveniences of endless water or electricity, but I do have the joy of feeling the sun on my face and fresh air in my lungs most of the day. I have felt more at home and safe in my van gypsy than I ever did in a brick and mortar home. Sure, there have been some renovations and repairs that have been frustrating, but I would still have those same things to deal with in a house. I have decorated my home with things and colours that make me smile and bring me peace. From Buddha statues to dream catchers and mandalas. She may look like a van from the outside, but she looks like a home from the inside. A home is defined as the place where one lives permanently. So I guess home is where you park it, because I do live permanently in my home. It is just that my home isn't permanently placed anywhere. My van gypsy is my sanctuary. I can still close her doors and feel safe and secure inside my little home on wheels. Be a child again and remember your authentic self. Since I moved into the van, I have slowly been rediscovering myself, remembering what I loved as a child and forgetting all the conditioning society places on us from birth. I have learnt to release judgment from others, because why should I let their thoughts stop me from feeling joy? I can now hug a tree and not care if I am seen, because I can feel the energy of that tree and it makes me feel so happy. I can sing out loud while I'm driving with my window down, because it makes me feel great to belt out my favourite song whilst feeling the wind in my hair. I can dance in my van on my videos because I want to share that joy I'm feeling in the moment with everyone else. Then they may smile and dance too. I am creating again, drawing and painting, making videos with music and photography. It's like my inner child is jumping for joy that she is finally being acknowledged and allowed to play. By taking that first step, moving into a van, I was allowing myself to do something that I truly wanted to do, regardless of what anyone thought. From that moment on, I have been taking more and more of those steps, making it that little bit easier each time to be a more authentic me. The biggest surprise I have found in doing this has been the response from my YouTube community. I have received beautiful messages from so many different people saying they are feeling inspired by watching my life unfold. The lifestyle I thought was crazy and I would be ostracised for is actually the life people are resonating with. Maybe that is because I am giving you all permission to be exactly who you really want to be. We don't have to tick any boxes or fill any molds. By being who we truly are at heart, we are allowing others to do the same.
You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on. Boy, you know you're all I want. Keep saying that I hate it, but it's kind of fun. Watching me come undone. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe? Let's spend the weekend here in this bed we can sleep in and let the feelings overflow. Useless trying to fight this. Let's just give in and let the feelings overflow. I tried to shake it, find a way to get you off my mind. Really tried to draw that line, but one look from you, I'm praying I could call you mine. Baby, you got my hands tied. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe? Oh, let's spend the
Community is needed. It can be isolating travelling solo constantly, and whilst I am very comfortable and happy in my own company, after almost 4 years on the road, I am now craving connection. The beautiful thing about being able to live almost anywhere I like is that I can choose a place to be in solitude or a place to be amongst people. When I am home in Perth, I have my local hangout where I go and chat with locals most days. I value those connections so much. We can go for weeks or months without seeing each other, but when you do see each other again, it's a "G'day, what have you been up to?" And there are always new stories to hear and tell. There is no sense of responsibility with these types of connections. We don't share contact details, it's just a "I'll see you when I see you." But when I am travelling away from home, the connections I make are fleeting. I still remain in regular contact with my daughter and family and friends, but it's not the same as going somewhere and feeling like you belong as part of a community. That place where you know you can go to feel accepted and at home amongst others. I do think this is something that isn't just experienced in van life though. While technology has come so far that we can instantly be connected to anyone in any part of the world at any time, we seem to have become more disconnected than ever. There is something special about being part of a neighbourhood, club or social circle. Humans are meant to be connected beings. Living van life doesn't mean you have to travel constantly. It is still possibly part of communities, whatever that is for you, but I haven't found the answer to what that is for me yet. There isn't a way for me to regularly be physically part of something, but I don't want to stop travelling either. There is nothing I love more than being on the open road, discovering new places I haven't been before. I have found there is a really wonderful community building here on YouTube though, so who knows where that will lead. Maybe it is just a matter of finding balance between travelling part of the year, then coming home to my community the other part of the year. If you are planning on living van life, be sure to include this in your considerations, because connection is needed for your soul. The practical. Some of the more practical things I have learnt are as follows. Always reverse park. It makes it much easier to get in and out of parking spaces. Use a bucket or bowl in your sink and just tip out the water when it's full. It's so much easier than finding somewhere to empty a grey water tank, and you can use that space to store more water instead. Keep paper towels and biodegradable wet wipes on hand. Use a wool mattress protector for comfort and reducing moisture under your mattress. Use beach showers and petrol stations to fill your water tanks. Have some sort of airflow installed for comfort and moisture reduction. Get a small drill, socket set, WD-40, cable ties and duct tape. You will need them all. Having a bed you fold away during the day is a pain in the backside. A lagoon table leg is the bomb. Charging your phone from your cigarette lighter is faster than charging it from your car USB port. Get blind spot mirrors for your side mirrors. Have a reversing camera if possible. Always check all your doors have locked after using central locking. My side door sometimes doesn't lock. Call a friend if you need to use the toilet late at night and feel unsafe. They can stay on the phone and know your location in case of an emergency. And pepper spray is legal in Western Australia, but not in other Australian states. So after 1,000 days of living in a van, I can safely say that I have never once regretted my decision to move into a van. This is definitely the life for me. Good night.